North Vancouver Lonsdale.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I have the honor to present the report by the Select Standing Committee on Crown Corporations entitled Transportation Network Companies in British Columbia. I move that the report be taken as read and received.
The question is that the report be taken as read and received. All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? Carried.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I seek leave of the House to move a motion to adopt the report.
Is leave granted? Please proceed.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. In moving adoption of the report, I would like to make some brief comments. This report summarizes the committee's work related to transportation network companies, or TNCs, and the provision of ride-hailing in BC. The committee supports a province-wide approach to governing TNCs, and its unanimous report makes 32 recommendations focused on a provincial regulatory regime, the impact that TNCs may have on British Columbians and their communities, and the provision of insurance products. On behalf of the committee, I would like to thank the expert witnesses who took time to either make a presentation or written submission, and the incredible legislative staff, including Hansard Services and the team at the Legislative Committee's office, who kept everything moving like clockwork. I would also like to thank the committee members for their hard work and dedication throughout this process. Our deliberations benefited greatly from hearing a variety of perspectives on many of the complex issues raised in our discussions. We spent over 30 hours together in the span of 1 month, and we're all still alive and well. I felt that committee members approached this work in good faith, and as a result, the dialogue was respectful, productive, and an excellent example of the value that cross-partisan collaboration brings to this province. I would especially like to thank the Deputy Chair and member for Surrey South, whose experience and cooperative attitude were of great value to the entire process. Thank you.
Member Surrey South.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I too would like to make some brief comments. And in a very condensed time period, the committee was able to hear from a variety of experts and perspectives and to deliberate and come to consensus on the report before you. I think the recommendations strike a balance, focusing on the need to welcome disruptive technology to our economy, but with due care and attention to the diverse province in which service will be delivered, and to ensuring equitable access and equitable regulation. I'd like to thank the presenters and the committee members as well. Note the efforts of the chair, the member for North Vancouver Lonsdale, and the committee staff in bringing this to a successful conclusion.
Leader, third party.
Thank you, Honourable Speaker. It gives me great pleasure to rise and speak to the motion before us, and thank the Chair and Deputy Chair for their work in guiding us through this process. I will say, Honourable Speaker, that this is a wonderful example of collaborative work across party lines. We came together as individuals with diverse points of view, with diverse positions, and we came together to come up with a list of recommendations that were unanimously accepted. Honourable Speaker, I think it serves well for future examples of how committees can work in British Columbia to put the betterment of all people front and centre, and to recognise that disruptive technologies are critical to embrace, while at the same time taking steps to do so in a manner that's fair to those that are already existing here in this province. Again, I'd like to thank the committee chair, my committee members, as well as the incredible staff in the BC Legislative Committee Clerk's office, who unbelievably were able to put together these vast testimonies of a diverse array of expert witnesses in such a short turnover. It was without their good work and hard work, we wouldn't have been able to get to where we are. So thank you to everyone involved, and thank you to the government for initiating this process.
Thank you, member. The question before the House is adoption of the report. All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? Carried.